I had 25 lawns. I was trying to make sense. Blows my mind. I was trying to make sense of how I was going to live off of $500. What the true success probably in my business has been.
Let's do this.
Hey everyone, Jacob with Scooter's Lawn Care. Today I want to talk about starting part-time, starting your lawn care business. I'm going to start that out just by telling you how I did mine. How did this whole thing start? It's part-time. I wanted to get a business going. I knew I wanted to do something. And I realized lawn care and landscaping was something I was involved in before. Sorry for shaky camera. I don't have my tripod. And I knew it was something that I liked and that I could do. And it was something that made sense to me. And it was better than I'd been working in a body shop and doing that around the clock. You just didn't want to do it in the evenings and weekends anymore. For me, starting a business part-time was perfect. Working 60 hours a week doesn't bother me any, 80, 90, it's irrelevant. But I was able to start it on the side and work my full-time job and build up lawns. So I was actually able to build a base of lawns and landscaping before I made that full-time jump. I was able to get proof that there was need for my service, that my service was something that was going to expand and grow. And I was able to just inch that up. So little bit by little bit, I put in a lot of walking. I put in a lot of hard footwork on getting my business going. And I did it all on nights and weekends. I would just spread it out. Maybe I'd mow 2 or 3 lawns on a night. Maybe I'd mow 7 or 8 lawns on a weekend or, on a weekend day. And I just did that and grew that as much as I could the first year. I used that time to see what all I could do, how quick I could grow. And I had that safety net of the business I was working at. So it's a perfect way to not have to just jump off the deep end and hope it works out. If you want anything bad enough, it's going to work out. So that's irrelevant. But that was my experience. So all the different things I did, I started with door hangers. I was just knocking on doors, trying to get business, handing them, talking to them, not just doing door hangers, full-blown knocking on doors, walking up and down the streets, getting clients. Started adding mow clients, adding landscaping projects. From the beginning, they were always really small. So I did that and I just kept adding and I kept adding and I kept adding and I kept adding. And what I did and what the true success probably in my business has been doing everything when it was totally freaking uncomfortable. I took the leap after that first year. The second start to the season in April, 2 months ahead, I told my boss I was going to quit my job. I had 25 lawns and I was trying to make sense. Blows my mind. I was trying to make sense of how I was going to live off of $500 a week. And that was total-ish. That's like all I made in mowing in general, not including paying for stuff or anything else. So I was trying to make the numbers work because I was coming from a job where I made $800 to $1,000, $1,200, maybe $1,300 a week. Okay, with none of the expenses, none of the other things. I did all this when it didn't really make sense. And most things in my life I've done when I didn't make sense. I spent money on conferences when it didn't make sense. I spent money on coaching when it didn't make sense. I spent money on investments when it didn't make sense because the whole revolving thing, it's not comfortable to start a business on the side and have a full-time job too. But all these things, these uncomfortable things are what's been like the only thing that I can see when I connect the dots from working in a full-time job to starting a business and all the other good things that have came my way. It's always been linked to doing the uncomfortable things and doing it before it seemed right. Doing it before it seemed like it made sense. So if you were going to start a business and you're really wanting to start your lawn and landscape business, and I was to tell you, and you had a stable job, kind of like I did, and I was to talk to you about what I think the steps would be and give you that list so you can just go out and start your own business. I would say keep your job. Try to work your job. You need to work your job until you are just maxed out. And you need to know that there's going to be a season of pain when you start because you don't want to just go all in and not have any kind of income. I mean, some people will thrive under that, but if you're just starting out and you've never owned a business before, work your job, but max yourself out. Work 100 hours a week for a little while. Like everybody acts like that's not good advice and you got to have balance. No one's going to have balance starting your fucking business. And there's not a whole lot of balance in business anyway. So use your job. Use that for the security of income and do everything you can to build out more clients, more jobs, more work. Now, the other scary thing, that's going to be the next thing I'm going to tell you to do. Like I'm telling you to spool this up. Instead of being like every other lawn and landscape person, if you want to grow your business, market your freaking brains out. As you increase the revenue in that business, I would tell you to spend, other than maybe what you need for tools, I would tell you to, like, while you've got a stable job, spend that money on marketing. Spend as much of that money as you can fathom on marketing. You've got to be known by people to sell a service. No one, if people don't know that you're there offering the service you offer, you're not going to work with them. And without clients, you are nothing. Step number 1, start the business having your job still. Step number 2, take the actual majority of that income that you can separate from and pour it into marketing. And this is where most people don't. They just try to do a really good job and they want to rely on that for growing their business. It's just not enough if you want to grow fast. So now you can take this, you can get completely maxed out on how much you can work. And when you're at your breaking point, that's when you make the decision. Okay, here's how the business is going. Here's the financials of the business. Here's what I do working. How, if I stop and hire someone on, this is how much more potential capacity I have. And then you make that decision and then you push out there. Those were just a couple little steps that get you into starting your own business and starting it on the side. And it is as simple as that. Don't make it fucking harder than that. It is not hard. The hardest part is starting, and it's scary to do things like marketing. I gave you the golden nugget to market. Some people are going to tell you, no, you just need to do a good job and la da 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 da. I'm telling you, if you want a fucking business, you need to market. It's ridiculous if you don't market. Now you're going to do that. You're going to continue to grow your business, and you're going to get involved in things that are going to help you. You're going to just find more and more opportunity because now you're seeing more and more people with all this marketing and everything. If I could tell myself something that I wish I knew when I was starting, everything that I really quickly, in like a year's time, I realized how much more work we needed because I was going full time. I had to have work. But if I could have realized when I first started, when I was getting paid well to work for someone, how far ahead I could have been, how fast I could have went if I would have just done every single thing I could do marketing from the beginning, my business would have been a different business even faster. So good luck to you. Go out there, test the waters, keep your job, expect to work a lot. Dude, if you want to be a business owner, expect to be challenged and expect to work a lot. It's like you have to have passion for the thing. You have to have passion for success and building stuff, or this just is never going to be the right gig for you. So I hope this has helped you. I hope this has made you think about how you can do this on the side and really get your business rocking. My only goal is to inspire others to build and create things that better the people around them, the communities around them, and the futures of their family and everyone else. If this has reached you at all, if this has touched you at all, if this has helped you at all, share this message. Share this with someone else that this will help build and grow that needs to hear this. See ya.